भक्त चरण रेणु भजनयानुकूला शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भगत सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलोति करमूला Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna. So Maharaj told me to continue with the Chaitanya Charitamrita classes as he was doing. So now we are in Sri Sanatana Shiksha. This verse. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhaktavandavam Gauramanovistam Purnam Radhadasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Gurupamanjari Prishtakam Patita Pavana Karuniyam Yugacharya Narayana Vancha Kalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaura Tuise Namaha. Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekhara Ismirahasara Murali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vrindai Tulasi Devi Ai Priyai Keshava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So first of all I begin offering my most humble obeisances. Offering my most humble obeisances with dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhyatama Sri Guru Pada Padma Nitrila Pravishtam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paribrajavacharya Ashtottara Sata Sripad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Shila Gurudev. And to my most worshipable Shikshan Sannyasa Guru Nitrila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtottara Sata Srimad Shila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And to Nitrila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtottara Sata Srimad Shila Bhaktivedanta Puri Goswami Maharaj. Nitrila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtottara Sata Srimad Shila Bhakti Sadhaka Muni Goswami Maharaj. And to all Sri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga, all the Dandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, to all the assembled devotees here today, my respectful obeisances. So by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudeva and all Mahabhagavatas Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. So Maharaj requested me to continue from Chaitanya Charitamrita, but I'm seeing now from the point we have to continue. It's all the beautiful verses about Krishna from Lalit Madhav, and other books of Goswami. So this is my great fortune. I think the last discussion was about the Vaibhav Prakash and Vaibhava Vilas, right? The two different manifestations of the Lord. So, one example of Vaibhav Prakash is the son of Devaki, that sometimes has 2 hands, sometimes 4 hands, like that. So, when the Lord is 2-handed, he is called Vaibhava Prakash. When he is 4-handed, he is called Prabhav Prakash. In his original form, the Lord dresses like a cowherd boy and thinks himself one. When he appears as Vasudev, the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, his dress and consciousness are those of a Kshatriya, warrior. Vasudeva and Devaki, they are in Kshatriya line. They are not Vaishyas. In Vrindavan, they are Vaishyas. They are Gopas. They take care of agriculture business, cows, like this. So they are Vaishyas. And I was just thinking about this today morning. I was thinking about Srila Bhaktivedanta Puri Goswami Maharaj, especially about his title Vaibhav. Vaibhav comes from the word Bhu. Bhu means existence. Like you have the Swayambhu, the deities, the self-manifested deities. Swayambhu, self-existing, self-manifested. So when this Bhu is added with the prefix Vai, it amplifies its meaning. So it becomes like splendor. It becomes like the grandeur. Becomes like the expansions. So I was, contemplating today that all this temple, all these beautiful devotees who are, serving here, they're all Srila Bhaktivedanta Puri Goswami Maharaj's Vaibhav. Everything here is the manifestation of his Vaibhav. And fortunately, I got a very nice quote that I wish I could have learned this for Nandotsav Day, but I just learned today. But anyhow, I will share it, very beautiful. One disciple of Srila Puri Goswami Maharaj, he is describing, one day Puri Goswami Maharaj was telling him about one conversation he had with Srila Swami Prabhupada. In that conversation, Srila Swami Prabhupada is telling to Srila Puri Maharaj, Krishna wanted to force me to come to the material world, but I denied. I say, I don't want to go there. And Krishna was insisting, no, you must go. You have to do, you have so much seva to do. And he said, no, I don't want to go there. I just want to be here, serving Radharani. No, you have to go. You are the Senapati. Senapati is like the Prime Minister, You have to go. Then Srila Swami Prabhupada said, okay, if you really want me to go, I have one condition. And Krishna said, okay, any condition you want, no problem. As long as you go, it's fine. Then Srila Swami Prabhupada said, I want that every person who will take up this Krishna consciousness movement will be delivered in one lifetime. And Krishna said, okay, I can give that, no problem. So like this, Srila Puri Maharaj was saying, how Srila Swami Maharaj revealed to him this beautiful interaction with Krishna before coming in this world. This is very nice. So we are very fortunate to be in contact with him, and also with Srila Puri Maharaj. I was fortunate enough to have his darshan twice. Once in Mayapur, once in Puri. In Mayapur, he was a little bit more active, and we had a big group from my Sangha brahmacharis, and we went there. There was a senior brahmachari that was very close to him from our Sangha. So they had a little long interaction, talking Bengali, many things. That was more like, but when I saw him in Puri, it was like his last moments, mostly, and he wasn't talking, wasn't like this. So I just came in his room, I paid pranam to him, and he looked to me like this from the bed, like that only. I had interaction with him. That was my great fortune to have his darshan. So, yeah. So in this way, this is what we are seeing here. How these Vaibhavas are manifesting. So, verse 178 now. When one compares the beauty, opulence, sweetness and intellectual pastimes of Vasudeva, the warrior, to Krishna, the cowherd boy, son of Nanda Maharaj, one sees that Krishna's attributes are more pleasant. Definitely, huh? Krishna's attribute as a cowherd boy is much more sweet than Krishna as Vasudeva. I think everyone here agrees, huh? Then verse 179. Indeed, Vasudeva is agitated just to see the sweetness of Govinda, and a transcendental greed awakens in him to enjoy that sweetness. This is very remarkable. Even Krishna as Vasudeva is attracted by Krishna as Govinda. So such is the power of Krishna's attractiveness as Govinda. And Vasudeva now is agitated, he's becoming restless. I also want to enjoy this sweetness. It means I want to have association with Krishna. Then verse 180. This is from Lalit Madhav 4:19. It was spoken by Vasudeva in Dwaraka. My dear friend, this dramatic actor appears like a second form of my own self. Like a picture, he displays my pastimes as a cowherd boy overflowing with wonderfully attractive sweetness and fragrance, which are so dear to the damsels of Braja. When I see such a display, my heart becomes greatly excited. I long for such pastimes and desire a form exactly like that of the damsels of Braja. Now Vasudeva Krishna, he wants to become a gopi. That's what he's saying. He wants to be a gopi because he knows that the service that the gopis render to Krishna, they are the sweetest service. This is Madhurya Rasa. There's a very nice pastime describing how Arjuna, wanted to become a gopi also. In Garga Samhita, this is very nice described. But he became like Arjuniya gopi, but for brief, temporary time. He came to Krishna and he was crying. He said, "Oh Krishna, I want to be a gopi because I now realize that the way gopis serve you, there is nothing better than this. I don't want to just be like sporting with you in the battlefield or anything like that, playing chess, or archery. I don't want these things. I want to serve like the gopis." And then Krishna say, "Okay, you go to Yogamaya and you pray to Yogamaya, she might help you." Then Arjuna, he goes to the forest and he begins to do austerities. And then Yogamaya comes, Vrinda Devi comes, and so they gave him a mantra, a special mantra to sing, chant. And then he begins to perform a lot of austerities until he becomes qualified. Then he is submerged in a lake. When he comes out, just like Gopishwar Mahadev, same type of process. When he comes out, he comes with a gopi body. And then then Yogamaya told, "Now you go in that way. You go in that way, you will find your friends, and they can help you how to find Krishna." So then he walks a little bit, she walks a little bit further, and then there's a group of gopis Then they approached him and say, "Oh, who are you? From which village do you come? What is your name? What is your husband's name? What is your in-law's name?" Same type of questions. But Arjuna Gopi cannot answer that. He says, "I don't know. I just got this body. I don't know from where I'm coming. What is my connection? Anything like that." Then the Gopi say, "Okay." But then Arjuna Gopi said, "But one thing I know. I want to serve Krishna. I want the favor of Krishna. If you can help me with that, then we will." At that time, they were favorable, not like with Gopishwar. Because Gopishwar, he entered in Rasa Mandal. That was a very, delicate moment. But now they are in the forest without any type of thing. And she was very humble and she asked the Gopis, "Please, take me to Krishna. I want to serve him." Then the Gopis say, "Okay, we will arrange." So later on, when they approached Krishna, Krishna was coming. So as soon as Arjuna saw Krishna, she begins to feel so much ecstatic symptoms and attraction, and she was completely, like blackout. She lost consciousness. Then she fainted on the ground, and then after some time, then the Gopis took her to another place, and when he wake up, Krishna was standing in front of him, and he has no longer the body of Gopi. Now he's again Arjuna, and Krishna is standing and looking to him, and he's looking at Krishna, and he could not say a word. Everything was very clear, understanding through the eyes. And Krishna was like indirectly saying to him, "Okay, you had your experience, now this is enough." And then Arjuna came and he, fell on Krishna's lap like this, and he began to cry, compulsively crying, unable to speak any word, just crying. Krishna was patting his head like this, say, okay, everything will be fine. So this was Arjuna's experience. So now, even Vasudeva Krishna has that desire. What to speak of others? So next verse is 181. It says, "One instance of Vasudeva's attraction to Krishna occurred when Vasudeva saw the Gandharva dance at Mathura. Another instance occurred in Dwarka when Vasudeva was surprised to see a picture of Krishna." Next, 182. This is also from Lalit Madhav. Vasudeva spoke this verse in Dwarka. "Who manifests an abundance of sweetness greater than mine, which has never been experienced before, and which causes wonder to all? Alas, I myself, my mind bewildered upon seeing this beauty, impetuously desired to enjoy it like Srimati Radharani." So Vasudeva Krishna is saying, I am so attracted to this form that this is my own form, but I cannot access that. So I want that. In the way Radharani served him, I also want. Next, 183. "When that body is a little differently manifested and its features are a little different in transcendental emotion and form, it is called Tad Ekatma." So Tad Ekatma is another type of manifestation. In the Tad Ekatma Rupa, there are pastime expansions like Vilas and personal expansions called Swangsha. Consequently, there are two divisions. According to the pastimes and personal expansion, there are various differences. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, "The Lord's Vilas expansions are described in the following verse from the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. When the Lord displays numerous forms with different features by his inconceivable potency, such forms are called Vilasa Vigrahas. The Lord's Swamsa expansion are also described in Lagu Bhagavatamrita. When a form of Krishna is no different from the original form, but is less important and exhibits less potency, This is called Swamsha. Examples of Swamsha expansions can be found in the quadruple forms of the Lord, residing in their respective places, beginning with Shankarshan, Vasudeva, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. And also in the Purusha avatars, Leela avatars, Manvantara avatars and Yuga avatars. So Lord Nrsimhadeva is a Swamsha expansion of Krishna. Again, the Vilasa forms are divided into twofold categories, Prabhava and Vaibhava. Again, the pastimes of these forms are of unlimited variety. The chief quadruple expansions are named Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. These are called Prabhava Vilasa. Balaram, who has the same original form as Krishna, is himself a cowherd boy in Vrindavan, and he also considers himself a member of the Kshatriya race in Dwarka. Thus his color and dress are different, and he is called a pastime form of Krishna, means this Vilas. Prabhava Vilas. So Baladev Prabhu is a pastime form of Krishna. Little different. What is the two differences between Baladev and Krishna?
The complexion and the mood.
One is the color.
And the mood.
No, apart from the mood, that you can identify looking. Apart from the color, yeah, there is one more thing. The object that they hold. Krishna holds a flute, and he holds the halla, means the plow. It's called plow. But this is how we can distinguish them. Apart from that, even sometimes the mood is also same. Even sometimes the mood can be same. Sri Balaram is a Vaibhav Prakash manifestation of Krishna. He is also manifested in the original quadruple expansions of Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. These are Prabhava Vilas expansions with different emotions. So Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Actually, how is the thing? I don't know if he's going to explain the whole thing, but how these manifestations they appear. First Krishna, then Baladev, then Mool Shankarshan, which is Vasudeva. Then Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Then Narayana will come. Then after Narayana, then Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashay Vishnu, Kshirodakashay Vishnu, Ananta Shesha. Last expansion. The first expansion of the Chaturvyuha quadruple forms is unique. There is nothing to compare with them. These quadruple forms are the source of unlimited quadruple forms. In the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, these manifestations, they are divided into four. Means they are multiplied into four. So you have 16 basic differences between them. How they hold the objects in different, the Shankha, Chakra, Padma in different way. How they hold, they have different names. Therefore, he's saying that this quadruple, they are multiplied into four. These four Prabhava pastimes forms of Lord Krishna reside eternally in Dwarka and Mathura. So, they're all from Mathura and Dwarka, not from Vrindavan. From the original quadruple expansions, 24 forms are manifested. I mistake, not 16, 24. They differ according to the placement of the weapons in their foreheads. They are called Vaibhava Vilasas. So the 24 different ways of holding this Shankar Chakra Gada Padma, they will be the Vaibhava Vilasas of Krishna. Lord Krishna again expands, and within the Paravyoma, the spiritual sky, is situated in fullness as the four-handed Narayana, accompanied by expansions of the original quadruple form. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Paravyoma means the spiritual sky. Goloka Vrindavan is the top. and is divided into 3 parts. 2 of the parts, called Mathura and Dwarka, are the residences of Krishna in his Prabhava Vilasa forms. Balaram, Krishna's Vaibhava Prakash, is eternally situated in Gokula. From the quadruple Prabhava Vilasa, 24 forms of the Vaibhava Vilasa are expanded. Each has 4 hands holding weapons in different positions. The topmost planet in the spiritual sky is Goloka Vrindavan, and below that planet is the spiritual sky itself. In that spiritual sky, Krishna himself is 4-handed and is situated as Narayana. So sometimes the names can be also the same. Sometimes Paravyoma means only Vaikuntha. Sometimes Paravyoma means the whole spiritual world. Like that. So we have to, it's a little bit technical, many different names. You know, it's like, just to have some idea. Thus, the original quadruple forms again manifest themselves in a second set of quadruple expansions. The residences of these second quadruple expansions cover the 4 directions. Again, these 4 quadruple forms expand 3 times, beginning with Keshava. That is the fulfillment of the pastime forms. Out of the Chaturvyuha, there are 3 expansions of each and every form, and they are named differently according to the position of the weapons. I cannot miss this. The expansions of Shankarshana are Govinda, Vishnu, and Madhusudana. This Govinda is different from the original Govinda, for he is not the son of Maharaj Nanda. This Govinda is in Vaikuntha, okay? These are all in Vaikuntha. It's just the name is same. The expansions of Pradyumna are Trivikram, Vamana, and Sridhar. The expansions of Aniruddha are Rishikesh, Padmanabha, and Damodar. So these are the names that we use for our tilak. These 12 are the predominating deities of the 12 months. Keshava is the predominating deity of Agrahayana, and Narayana is the predominating deity of Posha. So 12 tilakas, 12 months, the same 12 names of the expansions. The predominating deity of the month of Magha is Madhav, and the predominating deity of the month of Falgun is Govind. Vishnu is the predominating deity of Chaitra, and Madhusudana is the predominating deity of Vaishakha. In the month of Jeshta, the predominating deity is Trivikram. In Ashada, the deity is Vamana. In Shravan is Sridhar. In Bhadra is Rishikesh. In the month of Ashwin, the deity is Padmanabha. In Kartik is Damodar. This Damodar is different from Radha Damodar, the son of Nanda Maharaj in Vrindavan. Again, this is Vaikuntha world. When putting the 12 tilak marks on the 12 places of the body, one has to chant the mantras consisting of these 12 Vishnu names. After daily worship, when one anoints the different parts of the body with water, these names should be chanted as one touches each part of the body. This is a very important thing, because some devotees, they still apply tilaka in a wrong way. So as it clearly says here, I read again. When one anoints the different parts of the body with water, means with the tilaka and water. These names should be chanted as one touches each part of the body. So at first, you apply all the tilakas. At first, you draw the tilaks. Then what you do? Then you do achamanyam. After doing achamanyam, with this ring finger, you touch and then you install the mantras. And then you say Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, like that. Then you go install it. Because before you do achaman, you are not able to become pure to install. So if you, as you draw the tilaka, you speak the mantra, that will also not do. It's not like as you draw, as some people do. First you draw everything, then purify, then do mantra snan, throw Om Vishnu Vishnu, Om Pavitra Pavitra Va, etc., etc. And then you can install. Prabhus will hold their Upavita, and then you do everything like that. Yes, in the purport he is just describing all the mantras and positions and the names and positions of the tilak. So those who are not acquainted with the use of tilak, tilak is very important, extremely important. This Gopi Chandan, this clay that we use for tilak, this is so powerful and very sacred. It is said that there is one story of one king. He was very impious. He was very bad. He committed all types of sinful activities he committed. But then, when he died, he fell on top of a piece of Gopi Chandan. So when he came to Jamalok, Chitragupta, he read his files and say, oh, many kalpas in the hell. So he was thrown into a boiling cauldron of oil. But as soon as he touched that, the oil became very cool. And Chitragupta was, what is going on? How is it possible? The whole hell became cool, not only the cauldron. Everything cooled down. Then they say, what is going on? Then I have to call Jamaraj. Then he called Jamaraj. Jamaraj was also surprised. He said, read again his files. Check his profile, everything. Check if something must be there. Then finally he found, he died on top of the Gopi Chandan. So he got contact with Gopi Chandan last minute of his life. So he got purified by all the sins he committed. So now he does not deserve to come to hell. Such glories of the Gopi Chandan is described in Puranas. And the story behind this clay is also very beautiful. It's like the gopis, they were in Vrindavan, they were feeling separation from Krishna, they wanted to meet with Krishna. At the same time, Krishna is also in Dwarka, he's also feeling separation from them. And then he is building there the Nava Vrindavan, means the replica of Vrindavan in Dwarka. So he was thinking that would pacify him, but actually that made him more agitated. So after everything was complete, he was even more desiring to go to Vrindavan and to meet with the gopis. But then there was some arrangement. I don't remember now exactly what happened, but there was some arrangement that they would meet out of Dwarka. The gopis, they wanted to go and meet with him. They also could not more tolerate this separation. But they cannot go in Dwarka. So Krishna told, I think to Uddhav, he arranged this meeting. Krishna told Uddhav, you bring them nearby Dwarka, there is another city. This is called Kanaka Vrindavan. Later it became known as Kanaka Vrindavan. So there I will manifest Vrindavan, and there I will meet the gopis, and we will have Rasa Lila there. In this city which is in Dwarka, nearby Dwarka, but outside of the city. So then like this they did, they met there, and so there was a big lake there, and after they played Rasa Lila, everyone came there to take bath and refresh. So, and then all the ointments coming from the gopis' body, like kumkum, kajal, gorochana, camphor, sandalwood paste, and their sweat, everything that stayed in the water settled down. And then that clay was like kept there. So after some time, after many years, something happened, the lake dried out. Means to give access to that, So by some divine arrangement, the lake dried out, and there is a vast, piece of land from where the devotees, they collect this Gopi Chandan till nowadays. Unlimited supply of Gopi Chandan is coming from that place. So this is the direct Gopis, Prashadam, Gopis feed dust and everything. So when we apply this, my Gurudev used to say, when you are mixing this Gopi Chandan in your hand, you should remember the Gopis feed dust. And then we anoint our body with the Gopis feed dust. This is for us this is a very nice description. There are many things, different types of tilaks, but now I cannot go on all these things. But anyway, let us continue here. So then, verse 203. From Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, there are 8 additional pastime expansions. O Sanatana, please hear me as I mention their names. Mahaprabhu is talking to Sanatana Goswami Pada. The 8 pastimes expansions are Purushottama, Achyuta, Nusringha, Janardana, Hari, Krishna, Adokshaja, and Upendra. Important to say that without tilak, we are not able to chant our Gayatris, for example. We are not able to chant and do any type of worship without tilak. We are not pure enough. And so like that. Sometimes because we are not, following this Vaiti line as a Sri Sampradaya or Madhava Sampradaya, sometimes we come in front of the deities without tilak, sometimes, it's, in Gaudiya Math is a little bit more flexible. But in other Sampradayas, no, you can't. And Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Sarva Thakur, it is described in his biography that he would never come out of his room without tilak. He would only show himself to the world, to the deity, to whatever, always with tilak, always. But of course, time, place, and circumstance, we have always to, adjust things. Sometimes you are caught in some situations that you don't have, so what to do? Anyhow, we have to chant. But knowing the glories of tilak is very, very important. Very important. Don't take for granted just because this is like a decoration, bodily decoration. No. This is something very, very powerful. Very powerful. It is said that those who wear tilak, Maharaj can never touch. You never go to Jamaloka, never. Because that king, he had no tilak. Therefore he was taken. But later they found out that he was in touch with that. But those who have tilak, Jamadutas will never come. Never. You are already liberated somehow. Now Mahaprabhu is asking Sanatan, please listen. The 8 pastime expansions are Purushottama, Achyuta, Nusringha, Janardana, Hari, Krishna, Dokshaja, and Upendra. Of these 8 expansions, 2 are pastime forms of Vasudeva. Their names are Dokshaja, Purushottama. The 2 pastime forms are Shankarshana and of Shankarshana are Upendra and Achyuta. The pastime forms of Pradyumna are Nusringha and Janardana, and the pastime forms of Aniruddha are Hari and Krishna. All these 24 forms constitute the chief Prabhava Vilas, pastime forms of the Lord. They are named differently according to the position of the weapons in their hands. Of all these, the forms that differ in dress and features are distinguished as the Vaibhava Vilas. Of them, Padmanabha, Trivikram, Nrisingha, Vamana, Hari, Krishna, and so on have different bodily features. This Krishna is also not Vrindavan Krishna, it is also Vaikuntha Krishna. Vasudeva and the three others are direct Prabhava pastimes forms of Lord Krishna. Of these quadruple forms, the pastime expansions are 20 in number. All these forms preside over different Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual world, beginning from the east in a consecutive order. In each of the 8 directions, there are 3 different forms. Although they all have their residences eternally in the spiritual sky, some of them are situated within the material universes. There is an eternal residence of Narayana in the spiritual sky. In the upper portion of the spiritual sky is a planet known as Krishna Loka, which is filled with all opulences. The planet of Krishna Loka is divided into 3 sections: Gokula, Mathura, and Dwarka. Okay? Krishna Loka means these 3 aspects. Lord Keshava eternally resides at Mathura, and Lord Purushottama, known by the name Jagannath, resides eternally at Nilachal. So Nilachal, Jagannath also has a Prakoshta. Jagannath also has his abode, his space there in the spiritual sky. At Prayag, the Lord is situated as Bindu Madhav, and at Mandara Parvat, the Lord is known as Madhusudan. Vasudev, Padmanabha, and Janardana reside at Anandaranya. At Vishnu Kanchi, there is Lord Vishnu. At Mayapur, Lord Hari. And throughout the universe, a variety of other forms. Within the universe, the Lord is situated in different spiritual manifestations. These are situated on 7 islands in 9 sections. Thus, their pastimes are going on. This is something very difficult to understand. These dvipas, Baba, it breaks our head. Really. Even big scholars are debating on all these things, Where are these dvipas, how they are, if we are in one of them or not. I mean, there are so many things. I up to date could not understand these things. It's too much. Let's see the purport. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, is mentioned in Siddhanta Shiromani. The 7 islands or dvipas are known as Jambu, Shaka, Salmali, Kusha, Krauncha, Gomeda, Pushkar. The planets are called dvipas. Outer space is like an ocean of air. Just as there are islands in the watery ocean, these planets in the ocean of space are called dvipas, or islands in outer space. There are 9 khandas, known as Bharat, Kinara, Hari, Kuru, Hiranmaya, Hamyaka, Ilavrita, Bhadrashva, and Ketumal. These are different parts of Jambudvipa, a valley between 2 mountains. It's called a khanda or varsha. You understood? Very difficult. It's very. So first he's saying the outer space. This is called ocean. The planets are called dvipas or islands in that ocean of space. But then they have khandas or divisions, which are 9, like Bharat, Kinara, Ilavrita. They are called varshas. Khanda and varsha are like synonymous. So Bharat Varsha, Ilavrita Varsha, these are all places in Jambudvipa. Yes, in Jambudvipa. So but we can also understand that maybe every of these 7 islands has 9 divisions or 9 khandas. These are like the continents, we can say. Like the continents. Like Ketumal, for example, Ketumal is the Caribbean side, like Central America. This is called Ketumal. Even in the Mayan language, it is still a very similar name. Very similar name. Long time ago, I was studying all these things. There are many words in Central American tribes that are Sanskrit, pure Sanskrit. So the Lord is situated in all the universes in different forms just to please His devotees. Thus the Lord destroys irreligious principles and establishes religious principles. Just to take the opportunity also in this context of this discussion comes the controversy of the flat earth. You heard about it, huh? The flat earth. If our planet is flat or globe, like a ball, or is like a flat and has only life on top. Among the devotees, there is a lot of discussions even, lot of one group defending one side, another group defending the other side. And for many years I have studied these things. 10 years back, I was very, curious and eager to understand. I like scientific, subjects also. But not only we have more evidences proving that the earth is a globe from the Vedas itself, also we have like a very simple evidence that everyone can check. There are two constellations. One you can only see from the north hemisphere, and the other constellation you can only see from south hemisphere. So this is a very clear proof from a this Indriya Praman, sense perception. You can understand that. So if you go to South America, to South Hemisphere, there is this is called South Cross, like the South Cross. And if you go to North Hemisphere, like here in Europe, is the Pole Star. They call this the Great Bear, right? Isn't it? The Great Bear. Ursa Maior, we call it in Portuguese. Yes, so this is a very simple thing. So don't go on all this, controversies and things, science is very clear. And the Veda says also this is called Bhugol. Bhugol. The earth is Bhu. Gol means ball, like Rasagula. Gula is the same as ball, So this is like a ball. Where we are. Maharaj, yes, ready. Okay. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bhavan Cha Kalpatarvesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavan